This renovation, like all others presented on our channel, is supervised by the Austrian Institute for Building Protection.
I warmly welcome you from the Warsaw Uprising Museum, where we are currently performing repairs on the structure you can see behind me. This is the administration building. Why did the Warsaw Uprising Museum reach out to you with this particular issue?
The investor approached us with this problem because the rising damp in the building's basements had been repeatedly repaired, but only with short-lived results. Regarding this issue, we prepared a comprehensive diagnosis of the errors that had been committed during previous attempts, and there's a very straightforward observation to be made here. Unfortunately, the techniques that have been employed here are only temporary solutions. It doesn't matter which specific methods were utilized. This includes everything from various insulation approaches to the placement of specialized devices designed to emit electromagnetic waves, which are intended to force the moisture content back down into the concrete floor slab, or even the more conventional practice of traditional chemical injections.
None of them delivered any long-lasting results. And as with many of our projects, we are called in like an emergency service, and we perform the task by repeatedly applying 3 products from our own series.
These are deeply penetrating mortars, which, by permeating deep into the masonry, achieve its complete and thorough waterproofing. The wall then transforms into what one might call a waterproof concrete, even if it's originally constructed from brick, sandstone, or even concrete itself.
First, we identify and mark the affected area on the wall, specifically where it has been damaged by moisture. Next, we carefully chip away the damaged material and then mill the surface using a diamond disc. After that, we thoroughly clean the surface by removing all dust and debris. And finally, we apply a specialized primer to enhance its adhesion. And then we begin to apply the first layer of a substance that will bind the water within the wall. This is a dehumidifying agent known as crystal. It possesses a quite liquid consistency. As you can clearly see, it can be applied quite easily with the aid of a brush. Crystal is a deeply penetrating primer that effectively binds water within the structure. More precisely, it consists of cement, lime, salt and chlorides. The result of its action is to essentially transform the wall into a completely waterproof stone. As we said before, it can be applied as a filler, troweled, or also by spray method. NCT same material will create the next structure. It is an insulating material that can be troweled, smoothed, or for larger areas, it makes sense to apply it by spray method. It supports crystal's action. It blocks water from the outside, for example, from the air. To protect the wall from water seeping into it from the floor, in this type of flooring, we create a groove of approximately 5 centimeters in depth, and there we apply the very same insulating and drying layers. They work like a seal, but the final layer is thermoline. It's a plaster that eliminates thermal bridges, preventing them and also preventing water condensation. It's climate active. It's able to absorb a lot of moisture in summer. In winter, when the building is heated, it releases the water. It doesn't remain in the wall. It is aesthetic. It can be applied to the surface, just like in other cases, either by troweling, smoothing, or by using a spray method. All these mentioned compounds are characterized by very good adhesion and plasticity, so with their help you can easily recreate, for example, a corner like this one. We apply these same compounds to the other side of the wall where the brick was exposed, of course in the same order. This is the final result of our work. The structure has been restored and moisture proofed. Naturally, traces of this dampness were removed beforehand. Now all that's left is to apply the skim coat layers and paint.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more construction tips. Thank you for watching and see you in the next project.